Hello Year 5, got a bit of a challenge for you today. I want you to fit out a living room, okay? You might think that's a bizarre request from Mr. Johnson, and you might be right, but I think that this is going to be a really good way for you to think about money and spending money, because I'm going to give you a budget. I also think that this is going to be a good way for you to think about dimensions, so measurements. So that's square meters and all of that kind of stuff, and fitting things into spaces like that. Okay, so I have done a little bit of research. The average living room in a house built since 2010 is 17.1 square meters. So if you think back to when you were at school and we were talking about square meters, that means if you had a square that was 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, if you had a square that was 1 meter in every side, you could fit 17 of those squares into the living room. Okay, so that's what your square meters is. So what I'd like you to do is use the IKEA website, the DFS website. Both of those websites give you the dimension of the furniture. And I would like you to think about what you might need in your living room. Okay, so I think off the top of my head straight away, you're going to need a sofa. You're going to need maybe a cabinet to put your TV on. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to have a unit by the side of the sofa. Maybe you want one on either end of the sofa. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want a table. Maybe you want to eat in your living room. Maybe you don't. I want you to think about all the different things that you might want in your dream living room. And then you can go on to the internet. You can go on to, say, dfs.co.uk. And as you can see here, if you scroll down a little bit, it gives you the dimensions of all of the sofas. So this one is 78.7 inches or 200 centimeters wide, and deep it is 97 centimeters. Okay, so it's 200 centimeters wide and it is 97 centimeters deep. So to find the area of that, you would multiply the width and the depth, and that is how much space on the floor this sofa is going to take up. And it's the same on the IKEA website. If you find something that you like the look of, then you scroll down and you click on product size, it opens up a thing over here, and again it gives you the width, which is 81 centimeters, and it gives you the depth as well, which is 47 centimeters. So you can see there it is, there's the floor plan of it, so you can see if that would fit in your living room. So that's your first challenge, is fitting things into your living room. Your next challenge is making sure that you can afford everything. I'd like you to try this a couple of times. First of all, I'd like you to try this on a very, very tight £500 budget, so you won't be able to fit very much stuff at all in there. You're going to have to look for some really cheap sofas. I'm not sure if you can get any sofas for 500 quid actually. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Yeah, the one we were looking at is only 399. I'm talking rubbish. You can definitely get sofas for less than 500 quid. So see how much stuff you can fit in for 500 quid, £500. See how much stuff you can fit in for £1,000, and see how much stuff you can fit in for £2,000. Okay, you might want to draw a floor plan, especially if you've got squared paper at home. You might want to draw a floor plan. You might also want to keep a chart down the side of your floor plan, taking the money away from what you've spent. So you've got what you started with, and you take the money away that you've spent from that. Okay, let me know how you do. Be very interested in seeing what you put in your living rooms, very interested in seeing how well you stick to your budget, or whether you need to go to mum and dad for a bank loan. Oh well, it's not a bank loan, the bank of mum and dad, a loan from your parents. Let me know how you do. Send us a message on Class Dojo. Thanks. See ya.